Hello friends! Look at me. We're here today, we're gonna do this look together. We're gonna put so much makeup on our faces that we can't even handle it. I was feeling very inspired. I just wanted to jam as much makeup onto my face as I possibly could. I'm very inspired by my friend Makeup by Trinity, or Makeup by Trin, I believe, on Instagram. Her name is Trinity. We work together. I'm going to link her Instagram down below for you guys so you guys can take a look. She did this really cool like Sailor Moon inspired look. I think it was for Sailor Jupiter, where she did like lots of like oranges and really, really warm tones, and I just liked all the color on the face, so I wanted to kind of take that and do my own spin on it, and I figured I'd record it because why not? So if this is the kind of stuff that interests you, feel free to subscribe. You guys can learn lots of tips and tricks, I'm sure, down the line. And also don't forget to ring the bell if you do subscribe so you know when I upload, and like this video if you thought it was fun, entertaining, made you also put lots of color on your face and all that kind of fun stuff. I am also on Instagram and I'll link that down below for you guys as well. Before I get into showing you guys this look, I just want to go over what is already on my face when we start. I already did my brows. It's my usual brow routine. I do have a video up about that I'll put up in, like, I don't know which side it's going to show up on. Little cards, you know, that pop up in the corners. I'll put that up there for you guys. For foundation, I mixed my Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation with my Armani Luminous Silk just because I wanted a little bit more coverage. I primed with my Milk Hydro Grip, oldie but a goodie. I hadn't used it in a little while, so I wanted to break it back out. What else? I'm wearing a lot of concealer because I'm so tired. I used my Kaja Catnap color corrector, and then originally I went in with my Hourglass Cotton Vanish concealer. It wasn't quite highlighting enough because I'm not fake tanned at the moment, so I did add a little bit of my Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer in Snow just to brighten that up. And then I set with my Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Easy Bake Loose Powder, so it's the one that's got like almost like white kind of tone to it. And I applied my whole complexion with my Juno sponge. My fave, love it so much. And I think that's all you guys really miss out on. Everything else, I do believe I've told you everything I'm going to do my best to put down below. And with that, let's get into it. Alright, we are up close and personal. I'm going to do one eye on camera because I only have the vaguest idea of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do the other eye off camera once we're all sorted here together. So the first thing I'm going to take is my PLouise base in Vivid Violet. So it's like kind of like a, almost like a pastel purple, but a little bit richer. Super cute. I don't know if it wants to focus. Maybe not. Who knows? I can't tell. So I'm going to pop this out on my little dish. Whoop. And I have a little bit of concealer on my lids right now. I just kind of took whatever was left from going underneath my eyes and popped it on the top. We are going to take that on a MAC 2, I think it says 232. It's a little bit worn off. So I'm going to grab a little bit on my brush. Now, which eye do I want to do with you guys? Will I do this eye? I think I will. So I'm literally just going to pop a bunch on my brush and slap it on my lid. And I'm going to take it up like pretty high, pretty all over the place. Yeah, something along those lines. And then I'm going to take a little clean Morphe M433 just to kind of like diffuse and press it in. These bases do blend out like quite nicely. But these aren't the ones that set down matte. These are the ones that do like crease if they're left unattended. And then I'm just going to take my little Juno sponge here and just kind of clean up that outer corner a little bit there. That went kind of funky. And I think I'm going to grab a little bit more of this on my brush and just pop a little more on the lid. And just carry it out a little bit more there. And then give it another little quick zhuzh. Ah, just like that. So, like I said, we do need to set this. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to take my Jawbreaker palette. I'm going to use the shade Gumdrop. Where is the? Whoop. Right there. And I'm going to take it on a fluffier brush because we don't need like a super heavy deposit of color just yet. So I'm going to take it, oh my god, my smoothie. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M504, pick it up, I'm going to give it a little tap into the tap tap bowl there, make sure that there's, I had something else on my finger. Oh no. That's okay. I'm just going to go back in with my brush that had the base on it since this is still wet. Probably jammed my finger into the shadows. There we go. Oh, look at that. We've corrected our mistake. Nobody died. It was great. So like I said, I got a little bit of gumdrop on my brush, and then I'm just going to start lightly tapping that over. I don't really want it to like cling down too intensely in one spot. So doing this lightly first will kind of help prevent any patchiness, and then you can run across and just blend it out from there. And just take that out to lunch, really, you know? Just all over the place. Okay, just like that. So we have lavender all over our eyeballs. Fantastic. Now I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit because I brought in like 30 palettes because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I'm actually going to jump into the Deuce, I think that's how you say it, from Juvia's. And I'm going to hop into the shade Custard just to use that shade to kind of blend all this out a little bit. Oh, where am I going to put this in all this mess? And do we stick to the same brush? We don't. I'm going to go back to my M433, tap into Custard, and I just want to like introduce this on the perimeters of all the color here. You know, pink it up a little bit. Okay, now that we have this like huge blown out shape, I'm going to take a smaller brush. I've got a little MAC 221, and I'm going into my, is this my Zulu palette? It is. Boop. Going into my Zulu palette. Where's the name? Oh god. Oh, there's no names. Okay. Taking the dark purple. The dork purple there. Pop this on our outer corner. I'm gonna start pretty slow with this shade because I haven't used it in a while and I can't remember how intense it is. So we're just gonna slowly build on the outer corner. Oh, this isn't too crazy. Okay. So I just want to build some intensity through the crease and on that outer edge. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my Jeffree palette. I'm going to go into Delicious down here. It's pretty deep, so again, I'm going to kind of take her ease. I'm just going to pick it up on the very, very tip of an M504 from Morphe. And we'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit more like blue than what I would like it to be, but it's what we've got. So I'm keeping that relatively contained here, just in that outer shape there, and then I'm going to go back in with my MAC brush, no extra product, and just use that to blend. Fun. Okay, we are blended. Now, what I think I would like to do, I could be wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway, is I'm going to cut the crease with my blank canvas from PLouise and Mitchell. So I'm going to go in with a little MAC 248. This is my favorite for cut creases. Just like that. And then we're going to kind of cover up all that empty space. And then I'm going to tap out the edge with my finger. So there's not like too much product there. And I actually brought in this old palette here from Jouer, the Skinny Dip palette. And I think I'm going to go in with Bikini here. Boop, boop, boop. Because it's kind of like a pinky whitey kind of scenario. Worst case, if I hate it, I'll change it. But I'm going to start with that on my finger, because remember these applying quite well with the finger. And I'm going to tap. So now I'm going to take an Morphe M421 and I'm just going to keep going into that bikini shade. But I'm just going to use this to get it all the way to the edge. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, liking that color. Now to fade this in farther, oh, whatever shall I do? So I have this little cream shadow from Kaja, focus, in the shade Moon Crystal, or is that the shade? No, Mystical. So I'm putting a little bit of that out here, and I'm going to stick with the Morphe brush that I was already using. And I'm going to take some of this and just kind of carry it over the first shade and over the purple. Just to kind of like mesh everybody together here. Fun, fun, fun. And then I've got this Huda palette like literally in my hands right now. It's the Neon Pink palette. Their color names not in the palette, so I don't know. But I'm going to take the center shade. Tap. Oh, I'm kidding. Do I like that? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we already did it, but how do I feel about it? I don't know. I think I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the purple from my Zulu and a little bit of Delicious from the Jeffree Star palette mixed together. And kind of go over these guys out here. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of the purple from my Zulu above where we cut the crease just to add a little bit more depth there. Alright, let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to throw, I'm going to go in with my MAC 228 and I'm going to go into my Zulu palette and I'm going to mix these bottom two shades here, the pink and the purple. Just so I get some depth, but I get a little bit more pink action. And then I will make more decisions after I see how that looks. So we're gonna go right up under. Yeah, so that's gonna be our darker pink underneath there. And then what I think I'll do, I'm gonna take a Morphe M562 and go in with Bubblegum from the Jeffree palette. Give that a little swirl in there. And just use that to diffuse a little bit underneath. And it's gonna kind of meet up with everything on the outer corner there. Yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna go in with a MAC 217 and the shade Virgin from the palette, which is just like an off-white. And just go underneath my brow. There we go, just to kind of blend that out a little bit. So I'm pretty happy where this is right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do lashes and liner and all that fun stuff off of camera. I'm going to do my other eye off of camera, and then we're going to come back and do some more cool stuff on the face. Whew, okay, we are back. We've done it. Both eyes are on. I'm just wearing a pair of lashes that I got off of AliExpress. I believe they are the style D22. And I just popped on some mascara, and I put my PLouise base in the shade Touch of Frost in my waterline. I didn't record that because I did not think many people would want to see that. So now what I'm going to do, I did lightly set my face because I do plan on working with a lot of powders. I did cream contour earlier with my Pro Sculpting palette from Makeup Forever. I just used the cool tone shade just to do like a little bit of shading because I don't know if I want to bronze my skin just yet, but I still wanted to have like a little bit of shade. So I'm just going to use my Luxie 181 from the JD Wadey 180 collection, and I'm going to take my MAC Lightscapade And this is basically like a really, really soft mineral baked highlighter, but I'm actually just going to put it on like the majority of the high points of my face just to give a really soft luminosity because I feel pretty matte right now. There's no like glitter or anything like that in this. It looks pretty authentic, you know? So what I think I want to do, I think I'm going to start with, I have this brush from Alamar Cosmetics. It's called the brightening brush, but I'm going to use it for blush. And I'm also going to keep using my Jady Wady 181 from Luxie. And I'm going to hop in first with like an actual blush. I'm going to grab my MAC Into the Pink in Extra Dimension blush. I'm going to use the Jady Wady brush for this, and I'm going to pick up like quite a bit on my brush, and I'm going to start on the apples of my cheeks here and blend back, but also up as well. I want to be like super blushy. I'm inspired a little bit by a look that my friend and now ex-coworker Trinity posted. I will leave her Instagram down below so you guys can check it out as well. Hers was Sailor Moon inspired, and she used like a lot of oranges and warm tones and stuff like that. And I wanted to do something similar that just really put a lot of color onto the face. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, I'm like putting on a lot. I feel like it looks like it's picking up decently on the viewfinder, so I think you can see how much I'm applying. And this is going to be like right up to the schnoz. I'm even going to go a little bit over the nose as well. So shiny and cute. So I'm kind of using the viewfinder for a mirror as well, just because I don't want to like block out. If I go like this, where I can see, it wrecks the light. So we're just collaborating here, you know? And I'm going to take this up even like towards the forehead as well. I've got a lot of real estate up there, so this should be fun. Because I want like that full frame from the blush. So we're going to start with that shade. I've got a couple pinks in the eyeshadow palettes that I was using that I'm also going to use. So let's do... I'm going to use the shade Custard again from the Deuce palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of creme just to soften it to start, because I don't want this to go too crazy as I jam my brush into it. Let's do... oh yeah, that's pretty. So I'm going to keep this like a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm going to keep it a little bit lower just so it still shapes out my face. So almost like I'm contouring the original blush placement. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Same thing on the other side, just bopping those two together. And like, I'm totally fine with it touching the perimeter of the shadow. I kind of want it to touch the perimeter of the shadow because I want everything to kind of just be like one thing, you know? We are one. This is fun. I like this quite a bit. Now I'm going to take the Alamar brush just because it's a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go into those two shades again. I'm going to like really tap it off, and I'm going to start going underneath my nose and then on the sides just to kind of carry it up slowly. I think I'm actually just going to take mostly creme and like a hint of custard and start bringing that into the center of my face here. We're just going to go full Monty. Am I Kate Marks? Who knows, you know? I feel like Raw Beauty Christie, but like maximum intensity Raw Beauty Christie. Oh, my foundation's separating a little bit. That's annoying. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on the tip just to like make sure it's evenly placed here. And then I'm going to hop into... oh, I just put my fingernail in one of the shades. Anyway, I'm going to hop into the shade Bubblegum here. Pick that up on my Alamar brush. Give her a tap. And I'm just placing Bubblegum a little bit higher. Kind of using that to just like blend everything up. And I'm also going to take it right on the sides of the eyeshadow there. I'm just going to grab my sponge. I need to just touch up my nose a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I feel very blushy. This is fun. I like this. Okay. So I'm going to leave this quantity of blush for now. I might change my mind. I don't know myself well enough to have an answer to that. But I'm going to grab some highlight. I'm just going to use my Benefit cookie. And I'm going to stick with the LMR brush just because there's like still a little bit of pink on it. And we're going to highlight. So I have the nice shine. That MAC blush is pretty shiny, but I want to be like very shiny. Highlight the pimples on my chin. I'm going to take a little bubble gum up on my forehead too, just to make everything nice and cohesive here. Oh yeah. I feel like a little fairy or something. I don't know. This is a mood. Okay, so I also brought in like a bunch of glitter that I don't use very often just to kind of play around, if you will. So let me, I thought I had two. No, I do. I'm just blind. I have Candy Coated and Make It Rain from ColourPop here. One's a little darker, one's a little lighter. I feel like they're going to look fairly similar on the skin, but I feel like, oh my god, it feels like it's like dried out. I've never used this before, and it feels so dry. Okay, wish me luck. I'm going to take the lighter of the two. Oh yeah, it doesn't want to stick to my face. It's sticking to my finger and not my face. It's like, you know? What a nightmare. How does the other one feel? The other one doesn't feel as dry, but that's pretty disappointing. I wonder if I could like reawaken it somehow. I'm gonna put a little Fix Plus in it and just see what happens, because I mean, worst case, it's already wrecked. So let's just do boop, 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 and just like wet it and let that soak in for a quick moment, because I want to be glittery, you know? Let me try a little bit of the other color here. Yeah, the other color's going on just fine, but it is a little bit darker, so I'm going to keep it like back here. This is so fun. Do the same, whoop, that's way too much. Same thing on this side. Okay, so I've got some glitter on the backs of my cheeks. Now that this is like wet, it's coming off on my fingers more. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I think that might have fixed it. I can't say for surezies, but I think that might have done it. Or at least it's getting it to work for now, which I will take. Yeah, I don't know if that quite saved it. It's making it work for now, but I feel like I don't want to have to do that every single time I want to use this. You know? Get some on my nose. I do a little on my cupids though too. That's cute. And I do want to go like, oh, that's a lot. There we go. I'm kind of treating the glitter like it's my freckles or something like that, you know? That was on trend like 2 years ago, so why not do it again now? Yeah, that's fun. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more of the darker one and just kind of carry it up, again, like towards my forehead here. Yeah, that's fun. So I brought in my little Suva Hydra Liner in the shade Lilac Luster, because I haven't played with this one yet. And I'm thinking I'm going to do something on my eyes with this. So I brought a little bit of Fix Plus into the cap, and I'm going to bring you guys in. Hello. How are you today? I think I just want to like outline my cut crease, you know? Where's my baby brush? Here he is. I'm going to use my Morphe R45, very nice and tiny. Get my brush wet, go into the Hydra Liner, and I'm just going to kind of mix it up until I've got like a really thin little pasty scenario here. So let's go. Oh, that's fun. How did I do that fast? Oh my gosh. This is such a good brush, honestly. It's not even me, it's the brush. Same thing on the other eye. Metallic, so it's kind of hard to get it like perfectly even. But that was a cute little fun accent. I also brought in my pink one. I don't have a particular plan for it. I was thinking of maybe doing freckles with it. So why don't we crack this one open. This is Scrunchy. This is the one that looks like the ones that Anastasia just came out with. It looks like the pink that's in that. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to use this to like do freckles. I wonder if... Oh, that worked. That added a little bit of dimension, I would say. There we go. That's why I love this e.l.f. brush so much. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little cleanup here. Whew, okay, so now we just need to do lips. So I'm gonna take out my headband because if I wear that thing for too long, I get a headache. Life's hard. So for lips, I'm kind of torn between doing pink or lavender, I think. I was gonna say I think I want to do pink, and then that would have just been a huge lie. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna take my Edge to Edge lip liner from MAC to line and define and overdraw, as I always do. Picking sparkles off my lips. And we're gonna go in with our Ballerina Blackout. I don't know. Okay, so that's the look with Ballerina Blackout alone. Oh, I kind of want to mix the other one in just a little bit. Oh, I might hate it. We'll find out together. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? We're just gonna put 30,000 things on our lips. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take an eyeshadow brush. Clean one. What do I have left? Let's do a really lonely brush that I got in my kit. I'm gonna take the shade from the Huda New Nudes palette here. Yeah, that's the color I want. I'm gonna put this eyeshadow on my lips because it'll kind of mix in with the lipstick. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Also, of course, if you're also doing this, do sanitize your palette after because you don't want to put mouth germs on your eyeball. That's not where it's at, you know? That's the color I wanted. I'm just gonna clean up around my mouth with a little bit of my concealer. I'm wearing my Hourglass Vanish Concealer today. I'm still kind of testing it out to see what I think. So far, so good. But I'll post an actual dedicated review to it once I actually have an opinion. There we go, make it nice and short. Okay, so that is this with a matte lip, but do you think I'm done? Because I'm not done. I'm gonna take this lip gloss from MAC from the Aladdin collection, Magic Carpet Ride. It's basically just a lip gloss that has like a pink shimmer to it. Just because that eyeshadow feels like a little bit like a butthole on my lips. There we are. And then I'm gonna hop back into my little glitter mess here from ColourPop. The lighter one, which is candy coated, the one that's basically dried out. And I'm gonna put a little bit more on my Cupid's bow. Alright, my friends, this is the finished look. I think we have jammed enough makeup onto our faces. I'm gonna do my best to list everything down below. I used a lot of stuff, so I may slip up. I do apologize in advance, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure everything's down there for you guys in case you're interested in any of the products that I used. And with that, I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys.